Welcome back, guys. This time we're going to be doing another Sea of Thieves tutorial. This time it's going to be on cargo runs. So for this example, you're going to want to go to your trader and you're going to purchase a voyage called a cargo run. You'll see me do now. You go into the Merchant Alliance and you'll see these. These are for getting animals, but this is a cargo run. I already have mine, so I'm not going to buy another one. It'll say cargo run on it, and I'll have a little picture of cargo. And so these cargo, you're going to get a map. In this case, I'm doing something for Devil's Roar, but you can do it in both areas. You can pick up this cargo from the person it states on the contract, which is most commonly at the outpost or wherever you started the mission, but sometimes it can be somewhere else. For this example, it's at Roaring Traders, which is all the way down here. So you're just going to sail all the way to the place, and then I'll tell you what to do next once I get there. Once you've arrived at your destination, you're going to want to park there and get out and find the person that your contract mentions. This is usually pretty easy, as they're normally the only person there if it's island, because there's typically not many people on random islands. People, I mean NPCs. And then on outposts, it's always the trader. So you see Afric, but we want to find Eleanor, so she's probably the person manning. Like, go over here, we have Eleanor, it'll say collect cargo. We'll collect cargo, and then we'll load it all onto our ship. Once you've collected all your cargo, the contract you have will have disappeared. So the way you're going to find out where you're going to take your items is to hit re-delivery note. See, deliver to looting Penelope at Kraken's Fall by 3 AM on the 11th. So it'll be the same for each piece of cargo, and then it'll just go to that destination. On your way, especially in Devil's War, you're gonna encounter volcanoes and maybe other players, so just make sure to be careful and not lose your cargo. Although players typically won't be overjoyed if they see you have a bunch of cargo rather than a bunch of shiny gold treasure. Some important things to note about your cargo is that they can be damaged, and if damaged, they will lose value and even may sell for nothing and give you no rep, meaning that the entire voyage was kind of worthless. So for example, these beer bottles, rum bottles, that if you drop a side bit or jump, and I'm going to do it like here, you can see how they kind of broke, and after a lot of that or a couple sword strokes, a cannonball, they'll break and turn into cracked beer bottles and will sell for pretty much nothing. Then here you have plate of cloth. Just if you take them underwater for a long period of time and they get wet, they'll lose their value, but they will change names before, so you will know if it's lost value. And plants, typically you're going to want to keep in water and away from fire. Keeping them in water is not a necessity, and they will just turn gray if you don't do it. But typically a ship's deck is fine, as long as they don't get like set on fire by a volcano or other players throwing firebombs onto your deck. So I'll come back once we're there and we'll sell them. As you're approaching the island you need to drop the cargo off of, you might be wondering who the heck is looting Penelope, and I've never seen her before, Kraken's Fall, and I have no idea where to find her. And you might not want to run around the entire island with your cargo. That would just be kind of a time sink and rather annoying, else you could get the cargo damage or something. So what you're typically going to do is look around the island for a dock, because that's typically where people will be if there's a dock on the island, because there's no like houses on the islands like outposts, which make it easy to find people, but on these islands there's not. And then if you can't find a dock, typically you're just going to sail around the entire island, big circle, looking for someone, because they're typically along the shore and not hiding in a little tiny cave that it'll take you half an hour to find. And if you really struggle to find someone, you can always search it up on Google. After all, you don't want to spend more time looking for the person to drop the cargo off to than actually getting the cargo and sailing there. So I'll meet you back once I've found the person. As you're approaching the island, park yourself in an area where you can jump off into the deep water for the rum bottles so you don't damage them, but also a place where you can jump off onto shore so you don't damage your cloth items, and a place where you can access anything you might find. In this case, as you can see over there, there is a little tent thing, which is probably where the person I need to drop this off to is at. So lower the anchor here, don't want to hit. So this first run, I'm just gonna run off and try and find the person, because I don't want to walk around the entire island just looking for someone when I could have saved a lot of time and sprinted and searched way faster. So yeah, just gonna look around, check the spots where it's you're most likely to find a person, but it's not always obvious. In this case, I did not heed my own advice and do full circuit island and kind of paying for that here, because I have no idea where this person is. So yeah, I'll come back once I've found her. Now that I found her over here, I'm just gonna go get back to my ship and get my cargo. Then I'll go right back and get selling it. By the way, I'm gonna have a tutorial on how to do that sword trick I just did there, and so you can watch that. It's very useful, and yeah, it really helps you out a lot in the game. So now I have to get back to her, and with these rumbles, I'm not gonna jump because that'll break them. That is kind of annoying, especially getting off your ship, because even dropping off pretty much almost nothing will get you kind of cracked sound and some broken bottles, although it'll take quite a bit of that to break these. So here our seller, since they're in good condition, she'll give us 1,400 coins, and that 1,400 number is just for Devil's Roar. In perfect condition, you'll give you 1,400, and then in everywhere else for the normal cargo runs that I don't have a bunch of fire around them, it'll be 700 for perfect condition, and you'll get a bit more rep for the Merchant Alliance reputation for the cargo runs in Devil's Roar. So once, just gonna go keep selling these. And for these cargo missions, typically they're not really a great way to make tons of money, but because they do take a while, and you kind of have to run around for a while just looking for things, sailing across, not really like combat or like digging up things, fighting skeletons. It's a bit boring, but it is one of the best ways to increase your Merchant Alliance reputation if you want to get to Pirate Legend. So three of the ways are, so the best way to do it is to do Devil's Roar cargo runs, and then second best is just doing the normal animal runs, and then the third best is doing just typical normal cargo runs. So Devil's Roar, it really does pay off, and you should definitely do it. It's not really like, it's kind of made out to be a really hard place with a bunch of like volcanoes and stuff, which it does a bunch of volcanoes, but like if you're careful, you can really, it makes a really loud exploding sound when they go off. Pretty noticeable. But I mean, when your island, the water around your ship starts boiling, it can be annoying. So keep that in mind. And of course, fort's always a good way to level up your Merchant Alliance. So as we sell all these, notice that one I only got 1,000 because it probably wasn't in perfect condition. Probably did something to it. The plant ones are a bit trickier. I believe you're supposed to keep them in water, but or maybe even keep light on them. The cargo runs can be a bit annoying. They have kind of some specifics. But yeah, so that's going to be about it for this video. Thanks for watching, and tune in next time. I'm going to have a tutorial coming up next couple of days about doing the animal runs. And so yeah, that's going to be it. Thanks for watching. See you next time.